of the stuff that he's done.
So what researching on where exactly? And can you tell me what kind of good stuff? I'm just curious, like what kind of good stuff, and what, if you don't like, let's say CNN, where would you be getting your information from?
Just online, just not from the news, anywhere but the news, pretty much.
So you're getting your news not from the news.
He's done peace treaties overseas, like he's done peace treaties that Obama could never do. Our economy is way better. There's more jobs. The unemployment rate is way down, more than it's been in years.
So honestly,
besides when COVID hit, that messed everything up.
I mean, unfortunately, what you're saying, none of that is accurate, right? Unemployment is way up. And the economy is
because of COVID.
You just told me that the economy was doing great, and then I say that that's false.
And then when COVID hit, that messed up everything.
So
but it was doing way better than it was when Obama was president.
Certainly when Obama took over, but do you think the president did a good job with the handling the pandemic?
Yeah, I mean, he closed the border to China. They called him a racist, and then they said, "Oh, he should have closed the border sooner." But when he did close the border, they called him racist. So he didn't want Chinese people into the United States. So what else could he have done?
What else?
You know what I mean? Like,
do you think that? Do you think his discouraging of wearing a mask is harmful?
I don't think a mask is going to save you from the flu, anyways.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Save you from the flu. Do you think so all of the CDC and say wearing a mask helps to slow the spread.
A mask doesn't even. You know what I mean? The CDC straight up said, well, wearing a mask isn't really effective to protecting you from coronavirus.
So, I mean...
Fauci said not to wear a mask, you know what I mean? But then all of a sudden they just flip-flop.
So that's not really that true. And this is what's sort of troubling, is you say you get
How is that not true? Well, you can go back and see it on videotape, Fauci not saying it. And then you can go on the CDC website and see it and read it. I don't know.
So I'm curious. I want to go back to something else that you said there. You said that you get your news from anywhere but the news. So you said online.
Yes, I don't watch the news. I don't.
So you're getting your information through shared stuff on Facebook is what you're saying?
No, I don't even go on Facebook.
So I mean, where are you getting your information from then?
From online. Like question, or if I'm curious about something somebody said, or if the president said something, then I look it up. I don't go on Snopes or whatever that website is. I just research stuff. Like there's more ways to research stuff, and online. First of all, I mean, you can get books too. That would do some research on stuff.
Well, who's an author or a journalist or even a website that you like that you think is?
There is no journalist. There are no journalists. Everything that they print these days is opinion. None of it is actual facts. It all says opinion before you even read it. So I don't care about anybody else's opinion. I don't want to know CNN's opinion. I want to know the actual real facts of stuff.
Well, so again, I ask you, like, where are you getting your information from? You say online. Well, online is not like, online.com. I don't know that website. Like, it's got to be shared from some source, right? Some interviews with people or posts written by, you say you hate journalists.
I just said the CDC website. I get information from there. I went back and seen video footage of doctors and scientists saying random different things. Like, I mean, I can go onto my history if you like and tell you exactly what websites and stuff.
I'd be curious about your website.
I think that's besides the point, though. Like, what does it matter? You know what I mean?
Well, it matters a lot because you said a bunch of stuff that's is unsubstantiated. And
how do you figure?
Well, you said you stated a few direct falsehoods, right? So that means that your information is not good. And if it's not good...
Yeah, because everything on the news is not true. And that's why I said I don't watch the news.
Well, then...
and you probably shouldn't either.
Right, okay. Well, then how about another thing? I'm curious. So again, you said you're a young white woman in New Mexico. And you voted for Trump. And I'm again, when I asked you for things that you like about him, and then you said some stuff about the economy, which was not true, and then you
Yeah, look, I don't really follow politics. I never really did my whole life because I don't really care. But now that I do, because that's all they talk about on the news. They hate Trump so much. That's all they talk about all day long. How racist he is, how he's this and he's that and he's that. It's like, why? Why do they hate him so much? There has to be a reason to it.
How do you feel about our...
First of all, they're trying to separate people. They want to just keep people separated. Democrats over here, Republicans over here. That's one of the freaking reasons they hate Trump so bad. And he's not a politician. He's not a lifelong politician like Biden, who's been in office for 47 years, has not done one good thing for American people. It really has done the opposite of that. And it's done bad things for people.
Like what?
Oh, so much stuff. He did the segregation bill back in the day. He made like the crimes, like black people go to freaking jail more for like the three strike law, something like that. He did. Like, I just know that he's done not good stuff.
Not
so
good
it's
stuff.
like, and he can't even barely remember his name for the most part. So I just don't understand, like, I don't know. But I'm going to probably get fired if I keep talking to you. I'm sorry. So I forgot I was working. So I got to go and back to my job now. So thank you, Matthew, for that wonderful conversation.
Well,
and you have a wonderful day, okay?
Okay. I'm so fascinated by people who think.
What?
I'm very fascinated by people who, and I want to discuss. I don't get to see. I don't speak to a lot of Trump people. In my circle.
No,
so
and it's the other way around for me too. I don't really speak to any Democrats besides what I see on the news and what I see on TV and stuff, and it's just not what I like. I just don't stand for stuff like that. So not saying that you do stand for what they do and wanting to go and harass people who like Trump and go and knock on their doors and burn freaking crosses on their thing and all types of crazy stuff.
So that's
about that life.
Wait, so who's the one? Who are the ones who are burning crosses?
Not Republicans, that's for sure.
So the Ku Klux Klan
there's been, and Trump is not, that Biden was with a leader at the meeting of the Ku Klux Klan like years ago. Like, he's friends with like the main leader of the Ku Klux Klan. But Trump's not. I mean, Trump got nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize 3 different times. I mean, a racist can't really get the Nobel.
So that anybody can be nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize, and in fact, a white supremacist was the person who nominated Trump, right? Okay. So what I would.
Okay, look. If anybody is racist, it's not Trump. Like, his chick, his wife is not even American. She can't even barely speak English. So I mean, that's strange. Biden, he wanted segregation in schools. He said, I don't want my kids to go to school with a bunch of, it'll be like a jungle or something. He said something very racist, and I don't.
Has Trump ever said it? Has Trump ever said anything racist?
Yeah, I mean, not really, but what the media does is, snip and clip different parts of what he says to make it seem like he said that he called the military a bunch of animals or something. Like, he didn't say that. And if people just actually watch his speeches from beginning to end, they know exactly what he was saying. But they just twist his words around.
Did Trump ever?
He says stuff that he hasn't.
Did you see the clip of him mocking the disabled reporter? And what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, that was totally out of context. She's not really disabled. There's really nothing wrong with that lady.
It was a guy, and he is disabled.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know.
So if you don't watch the news, and you don't know, and you're having a hard time backing up a lot of these claims.
I don't know. Like, you're right. I don't know. Like I said, I don't follow politics. I don't know nothing about any of that. I just know that I do not want Biden to be president.
How come?
I know that Trump would do a better job, has done a better job than Biden would do, and that's all I know. That's it.
So, to make those statements, you should have some reasons why. Like, what are you so afraid of about Biden, and what again did Trump do?
Well, first of all, we're going to have to wear masks for the rest of our lives. We're going to go on lockdown. We're going to lose so many jobs. The economy is going to go to crap because nobody can work because we're going to be on mandatory lockdowns because of some virus that isn't even that serious.
So
he wants to raise taxes. He wants to do what has the Democratic Party done for you? What have they done for you? Why do you you know what I mean?
I mean, how do you feel about
you've been asking me a lot of questions, but I haven't really gotten any answers from you.
Well, you haven't asked really anything. How do you feel about our LGBT brothers and sisters? You know, do you feel like that Trump is good for them or negative for them?
Probably negative for them. I know he changed the health insurance, health care thing where they can't just get sex changes, and I mean, I don't know, people can do whatever they want, that's if they want to be with a guy to get a sex change, but I don't think a little kid, a 12-year-old, should make that decision. I don't think that's right at all. They should wait till they're older at least to make that decision, but that's just my stance on it. But you know what I mean? Just because I like Trump and I'm a Republican doesn't mean I'm a hate-mongering racist who's intolerant of people at all.
Did I call you any of those?
I just don't think Biden should be president.
But okay, so I didn't. Did I call you any of those things?
No, I was just saying that.
I understand. I feel like that there is certainly.
I really do got to get back to work, though. It was a pleasure, and I'm sorry I don't know more about politics and can't really give you the answers you want. All I know is Biden isn't going to be good for the United States, and they're stealing this election anyways.
Oh, so this is not. This is
Biden is such a great person. Why would they need to?
So what are they doing what is being, all of the Trump lawsuits are being dismissed one by one as unsubstantiated. So where do you think that this is a stolen thing?
Well, I just seen yesterday there was a recording of this. They were just training the poll workers. They were training them to not put the votes in the tabulator, don't put it in the scanner thing. They were giving people Sharpies that can't be read. Sharpies can't be read on the thing. Just a whole bunch of stuff that I really can't.
So
I gotta go back to work.
so you have to stay here until I hang up. Is that the rule here, basically? Is that how this works exactly?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean.
So all right. So then I'll let you go, but I will say one thing. All right. So you sound pretty young to me, and I think you're pretty naive. And what I would really suggest that you do is so from your answers, what I'm hearing from you is a lot of very superficial buzzword headline type stuff with absolutely as if you have not read any of the article or done any additional substantiation on your own. So it sounds to me like you're very susceptible to headline clickbaity conspiracy theory stuff because you've posited quite a bit of unsubstantiated stuff and just made up things about the election, about the economy, etc.
It's not made up. But how is that made up? How is it that Biden got more votes for him than any president in history?
That is true.
How is that possible when nobody has gone to any of his rallies? He couldn't get over 1,000 people to come to his rallies, but he got more votes than anybody. And There was in some states that there was more actual votes casted than there are registered voters. So
that's not true.
I'm not sure. Yes, that is true.
Okay, you're gonna see again.
How are you saying that's not true?
So where are you finding this information? Oh, you don't know, right?
You can go on like the Wisconsin vote registry website and look at it.
Okay, so again, very very often you're not going past.
And that's what they do, and that's what they do in the media to Trump all the time. Every single thing Trump says, everything he's done that's good, they're like, that is not true. That's not true at all. There's no evidence of that. It's like
it's funny that you hear that, but there's pretty much a unanimous understanding that Trump just lies pretty much every time he opens his mouth, and why that?
That's what I feel like. That's every time a CNN news anchor or anybody on the mainstream media opens their mouth, they're lying. Even Fox News, they all lie. Every single one of them.
Fox News now, but you're telling me that you also don't watch the news. So you get me very. You're a little confused. How are you such a media expert if you don't digest any of it?
Because I have better things to do in my life.
Clearly, better things to do is not further research or substantiating any of your claims. I'm very glad that Trump is been ousted, and I'm very proud of your state of New Mexico for being part of that. Hopefully, one day you'll look back a little bit further.
Thank you for the educating conversation. I think that I might turn to the Democrat Party now. I don't think I should want to be a Republican anymore, because you've educated me so much. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful day. Any questions, you can call customer service at 1-888-892